sign
Yeah.
celebrating this amazing company at HSN. So here it is, you guys. This is amazing what we get to do. So HP gives HSN huge honors because we've been longtime partners, many, many years of being partners. And with that relationship, we've established such an ability to be able to negotiate a really good price for our customers. I mean, we buy in massive quantities. We aren't just a single person walking into a store saying, I just need one laptop today. So we really, this is the reason you can see prices even close to what we do. I mean, this is amazing because this is a 17-inch laptop touchscreen, but that's why our prices are so much better than when you go into a store. I'll start there. Then we're gonna go ahead and start with not only a beautiful 17.3 with touchscreen, but with all the biggest names in the industry as well. Microsoft, Intel. We're gonna get into Microsoft in great detail because it's really important to know that if you don't have Windows 11 on any of your electronics, you have to upgrade this year. They are phasing out Windows 10. It's going away forever and ever. And that means whatever laptop or computer you're using, if it still has 10, it's gonna start, shall I say, underperforming or not working at all. I mean, some of the apps, it's just time. This is their choice to move on to the next level. So that's the beginning of that. And from there, we're gonna go ahead and remind you, this is a crazy good price. I mean, $399 for a touch screen and a big 17. This is the biggest screen that we offer. And then we have fun colors. So we've got them in, most limited, shockingly, is the silver. This is the natural silver. We have less than 400. We do have this in the moonlight blue up top, and then we have this gorgeous lavender. This is a winter lavender. These are exclusive colors to us at HSN. Microsoft 365, it's here, but guess what? You don't have to buy it. It's built in to your laptop. So that's another thing, and that's what you see on your graphic there as well. But we've only got like 20 minutes or so to go into the details. This has been a big, big winner since we launched it the 1st of March, and we're down to our final quantities.
Big would be the key word. It's the biggest screen. And if you're only gonna hear me say one thing, I'll say a lot. I'll try not to say it too quickly. I tend to do that. The big screen is the key to this whole computer. It's the largest screen we, HP, make in a laptop. So we do an 11-inch screen, a 14-inch, a 15-inch screen, but the biggest screen we make is a 17-inch screen. Now, why is that important? It's important because nobody, in all the years I've been here, ever got their computer or their tablet or their phone, anything with a screen home and said, oh, I wish I bought a smaller screen. No, nobody ever. Now, I don't know how many times over the years people have told me I should have waited and saved a little more and bought a bigger screen. I liked the device, but I wish the screen was a little bit bigger. Today, you don't have to wait and save more because it's literally the price, less than half price. I mean, if you buy this in a store with everything we're including, it's $936. Today, this is the price of like a 14-inch laptop, right? Or a 15-inch laptop, but you get the big screen. So that's the first thing, just the fact that it's a larger screen. The next thing is that in addition to that, particularly at the price, it's a touch screen. So what does touchscreen mean? Well, it means not only do you have, more screen size on that 17-inch screen, but you have the ability to take anything you see and double or triple or quadruple or quintuple its size just by using your fingers, just by pinching and zooming. Look how easy that is to do. So simple. It means there's no such thing as small print anymore. So I'll go a little area down here, look for something that would, oh, here. So I can't read what that says. I can see that there's a blue, looks like maybe a rice cooker or something like that. Oh, now I can read it because all I didn't have to put on my reading glasses. I just had to pinch and zoom. Curtis Stone DuraPan 2-quart non-stick smart multi-cooker. Okay, I can read that. You can read it too. That's what having a 17-inch screen and having a touchscreen mean together. You've got bigger screen real estate, and having a touchscreen makes everything so much easier. It's easier, easier, easier because you see it, you touch it, you're there. You didn't have to click, you didn't have to right click, you didn't have to left click, you just, in fact, Callie's really good friend, and mine too, Alice Carone, would always say, she's a show host here for years, the mouse just kind of wore her out. Like once touchscreen came around, it's like, well, I don't understand. Why does anybody not have touchscreen? And the absolute answer is because in the past, touchscreens could certainly be expensive. But today, as part of HP Month, as one of our biggest computers, well, physically, our biggest laptop of the entire month, I think HP and HSN together have done a really good job of making the biggest screen and that touch capability that makes everything so much simpler also so much more
Well,
affordable.
two things that make a laptop more expensive, the size and the touch screen. And that's why this is an extraordinary price to be able to offer for this month and this month only. Then there's that, I mentioned the Windows 11, which I want to get into.
Yeah, let's talk about
but
that.
I also want to talk about the Intel processor, because this is the N200.
Yeah.
So this is really an advanced computer, not making it more complicated, just more advanced, which is what you want when you're investing in electronics.
So Callie brings this up because she likes to hear me sing. So this is bum 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 Intel inside. Bum 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 bum. And this is the Intel N200, to your point, Callie. So what that means is a couple things. Intel is the #1 processor company in the world. So here we are, we're sat, with a computer that's an extraordinary value for its size and for the touch. We, HP, could have manufactured this with something other than an Intel processor, with something that would have cost us less, frankly. The #2 processor in the world and the #3, I think that would have been a reasonable thing to do. We didn't. We put not only the #1 processor company in the entire world inside your computer, so HP, #1 computer company in America, Intel, #1 processor company in the world, we bumped up the processor a couple of levels as well from the entry level. So like the entry level is the Intel Celeron, which is a great processor. Then you go to the Intel Pentium, then you go to the Intel N100, then you go to the Intel N200. That's where we are. And even it says it right there. It's the second line, HP 17.3-inch touch, N200. That N200 is referring to the series of processor in there, and it's elevated. It's the 4th level up on the processor series. That's a big deal. What that means is when you're multitasking, when you're watching videos, when maybe you're gaming, or your kids or your grandkids are gaming on your computer, when you're doing those things that take up more memory, you can see the computer can handle it all. It can do it all at one time. It can run more quickly. And we'll talk a little bit later specifically about just how much faster preview. It's up to 12 times faster with 3D video. It's up to 8 times faster. Excuse me, up to 12 times faster with gaming, up to 8 times faster with video. It's a significant difference no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing some work, so I've got a PowerPoint presentation up here, or whether you are whether you're playing, whether you're enjoying social media or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, all around, Callie, a faster experience.
Which is what we want. I mean, absolutely. If you get frustrated sitting down to your laptop, I mean, it makes sense. Electronics, it changes very quickly. It's one of the fastest moving worlds of, with technology, and that's why I'll get back to the original point of Windows 11 in S mode after I tell you. Remind me to ask you again, Windows 11 and why we have to upgrade. But
Promise.
I didn't mention the VIP financing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I told you before the break that if you have an HSN card, you can do either an extra flex or you can do financing. In this case, because it's $399, so that's the price point we start at to give you the chance to pay something off even slower over the course of a full year. One payment. You know how much this laptop is to get delivered? $33.33 right now.
That's great.
And that's all you pay next month, and the next month, and the next month for a year, and you won't pay any interest on any of those payments. Just pay it off in full by a year from today, and you know what? We've been your bank. You just pay, it's $1 a day, but you own it the whole time, and it's all the upgrades that you want, starting with that N200, and now talking about the Windows 11 in S.
Okay, you remember. I didn't have to remind you. I knew your memory would be better than mine. Windows 11 in S mode. This is really important. So quick recap. Touchscreen and 17-inch screen make the computer easier to use, right? So that's our #1 thing. The Intel processor makes the computer faster to use. So far we have a computer that is easier to use, right? That's simpler to use, and a computer that's faster to use. Windows 11 in S mode, we're there. We're gonna talk about it now. Windows 11 in S mode makes your computer safer to use. So, Microsoft's has, obviously over the years come out with new operating systems. Their last operating system, their most recent operating system is Windows 11. The previous one was Windows 10. Still about 2/3 of users have Windows 10.
I read something like 40 million.
It's about 40 million people still using Windows 10. Here's the problem. It's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. In 7 months, on October 14th, Windows is discontinuing service on Windows 10 operating system.
So what happens with people with Windows 10?
Well, you can still use your computer, but you can't use it very well. It means no more updates will come to the operating system. It means all of your any antivirus that you use with it won't be up to date. It won't be as effective. It won't be as fast. It won't be as safe. There's every reason to change. So the good news is this computer is Windows 11. And here's the other thing. It's not just Windows 11. It's what I think of as the upgraded Windows 11. It's Windows 11 in S mode. We have a video on Windows 11. We're going to play the video right now. We'll talk about S mode while we're playing it too. So Windows 11, again, the latest operating system from Microsoft, brings some core principles to its operating system. So helping you create, connect, and play better, whether you're using this for school or for work, whether it's at home or away. You can see that the graphic user interface is really beautiful. The themes are really pretty. I mean, you spend all day on your computer, it might as well look nice, right? Whether you're staying productive, we will talk about, Callie, you have to remind me, we'll talk about Microsoft 365 in a few minutes when we talk about productivity. Okay. That's included too. But S mode is a special thing with this Windows 11. Here's what it means. It means unlike other Microsoft operating systems, you don't have to buy antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware. You don't have to buy any of those things for your computer because it has built-in, free, inherent protection.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool, right?
What a great feeling.
And it's the first time, S mode is the first time a Microsoft operating system could really say that. So in fact, this is the safest Microsoft operating system Microsoft has ever made. In the past, you've had to download some kind of third-party virus or spyware, anti-malware. You've had to pay for it. You've had to stay on top of it, do third-party updates, all that. It was a pain, man. I mean, if you weren't a techie person, it was expensive and it was difficult. I mean, there were things we don't. This is simple and easy because the computer, from the minute it walks in your door, you turn it on, it's safe to use. You can't click on a link that's going to take you somewhere that is not good for you, that is
well, I mean, dangerous and risky and all those things.
Thank you.
We were just talking about that with the shredder. If you were not with us earlier, I mean, the importance of just protecting yourself and your personal information. Nobody should be getting into your laptop. I mean, this is the most secure operating system that you can buy, and it is upgraded to the, get it, nth degree.
Ooh,
N200.
You're good.
That just came to me.
She's good. She really is.
Silly. But no, all of that is important to me, and it should be important to you. All of that is still shocking that we're doing this at $399.
Yeah.
But we are. It's at HP month. That's it. We negotiated a big deal with HP before every March, and this is that moment. I do want to let you know, though, because this has had several airings over the course of the last couple of weeks. In this presentation, the one that's selling the fastest is this lavender, and we've got like less than 900 left for apparently the rest of the month. So if you want the lavender, it's the fastest seller right now. The most limited is this one, the silver, the natural silver, which is the classic. We've got a little more than 300 is it. Okay. So this one's selling fast. And then this beautiful moonlight blue. This is like a denim-y blue, like a slate gray blue, and it's so pretty. They've all got a matte finish, so they don't, attract fingerprints, and they don't look all nasty. They look just fresh and clean at all times. Two things that now I want to talk about. We are so staying on track today. I'm so proud of us. Microsoft 365, but also bigger brains.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You're getting this amazing program that is going to help you a lot.
Yeah, so Bigger Brains is a software program that gives you access to all sorts of basically training courses. So if you want to learn how to do things better, learn how to do a certain skill better, Bigger Brains allows you to do that. So that is a really nice.
It's like a $300 value,
it's
too.
quite expensive to buy on its own, but we've included it for free. It will come on a little card, and you can download it. Preloaded on your computer. So already there when you turn the computer on is Microsoft 365. And I'm sure you're familiar with Microsoft 365. It's all 7 of the Microsoft Office programs. So Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, and Publisher. All 7 of the Microsoft Office programs are preloaded onto your computer. So when you turn your computer on, it's ready to go. You don't have to do anything at all. Just, you're kind of off to the races. This cost, on Microsoft's website, their everyday cost for Microsoft 365 Personal is $69.99. So this is a $70 value all by itself. That's like a FlexPay, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
pretty
You know
much.
what? You're right.
So just kind of one nice way to think about it, because most of us end up buying Word or Excel or PowerPoint. It's the most used software suite in America. It's very valuable to have that. In everything we, HP, did in putting this computer together, we wanted to make it the easiest computer in the world to get home. So we said, let's make it simpler and easier to use by making it a touchscreen and making it the biggest screen, okay? And let's do all #1. So HP, of course, the #1 brand. Let's make it faster by doing the #1 processor company in the world, Intel inside, bum, 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 bum. And let's not even do the introductory Intel. I'm not gonna do the Celeron or the Pentium, they're great, but I'm not gonna do the N100. Let's do the N200. So that means it's an elevated processor. This is a much faster computer than the computer you have at home right now, almost guaranteed.
Guaranteed, yeah.
If you haven't bought a new computer for a couple of years, there's no question. We said, let's make it the safest computer. So it's Windows 11 in S mode, and that's all preloaded. You don't have to do anything. And then, to make it, just to kind of put the cherry on top for HP month, let's include Windows 365, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, and Publisher. Let's include those, and let's preload them for it. Not only pay for them for a full year, but let's preload them so they're on the computer when they get home. You get all of it. You choose a color, the computer is ready to go from the minute it gets home. I'm gonna give Callie a minute to update you guys and make sure you know how to buy. And then I do wanna talk about speed for a minute, because that's the #1 thing people say. My old computer's too darn slow. We have a video we'll show you in just 60 seconds or so that shows just how much faster this computer is.
Yeah, and it's something we all want. I just realized too, as you're talking, this is only this month is this the price that it is. This is like kind of a month-long today's special from HP on the laptop. Everybody, if you piece together your wish list of a laptop, it would be this: 17 inches, 17.3, all screen, beautiful quality. Touchscreen is absolutely what anybody should want when you're investing in new electronics. This is touchscreen. It's got a full numeric keypad. I mean, it's just a beautiful experience all the way around. And then, of course, hearing Aaron go on about the N200 processor. So it really is like piece for piece, and they're all kind of put in together with HP, and they it's a seamless experience for everything that just works so seamlessly together. So again, I don't know how many more airings there are scheduled for the month of March, because we've got, about a week left, maybe 10 days left of March?
Today's the 22nd.
So here we are. I mean, if you wait until the end of the month, if there are any remain, you're going to spend almost $200 more to get the same laptop, the laptop of your dreams, really. But this month, and potentially last chance to get the silver based on how limited it is, $399. Don't forget about financing. You can do this in one of two ways. With a major credit card that you like, that you can use, it's $80 to get delivered, and you get everything delivered, everything pre-installed. If you want to use your HSN card, you can either do 6 months or 12. Do 12. It makes it $33, $1 a day to get this to you, and you've got it the whole time. You don't wait for that last payment for you to get your product, of course. FlexPay is not layaway. FlexPay is amazing and is our way of making something so much more affordable to you to get home. I realize electronics isn't like, it's not a drop in the bucket. It's not a $20, choice. But when you're looking at this technology at this kind of a price point, I feel like it's irresistible.
You know what should make you feel very secure is all of the name brands.
Agreed.
Quite frankly, it's the #1 computer manufacturer in America, HP. It's the #1 processor manufacturer in the world, Intel. It's the #1 operating system anywhere, Windows, and it's the latest version of it, Windows 11 in S mode. It can be scary, I know, to buy a computer because there's so many choices. We just curated the best. We said, well, we'll do all the #1s. That will make it a much easier choice. I think that makes it a much easier choice for many of us. If you're picking up the computer, and if one of the reasons that you're picking up the computer is because you want it to be faster, let me show you something. Compared to a processor from just 5 years ago, we have a video we're gonna show you right now. These numbers go by really quickly, so kind of tune to the screen for just a minute, and we'll show it to you now. The gaming on this processor, compared to a processor from just 5 years ago, it's up to 12 times better gaming. 1,200%. It's up to 8 times better high definition video. 800% better video. Again, we're not talking about a computer from 9, 10, 11 years ago. We're talking about a computer from 5 years ago. That's when COVID started, Literally
Wow,
this
that's
month, 5
wild.
years ago, is when we went live in our homes
That's
instead
wild.
of in our studios.
Yeah.
That was like a blink, like a second ago, right? Many of us haven't had a new computer for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you said this earlier, but sort of echoing it, technology moves at a pace that nothing else moves. A couple of years ago, we hadn't talked about artificial intelligence. You had maybe heard of it in a sci-fi movie, but it wasn't in every personal electronic that you have like it is today. A couple of years ago, no one had heard of ChatGPT. We didn't know all of these things would be automated. A lot has happened in the past 5 years. This processor is built with all of that information inside it, so it can handle all of the latest things better, more easily. Also, I should mention, it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. RAM is important for multitasking and speed online. If you think, oh, my internet is so slow today, your internet probably isn't slow today, your computer's probably slow. Your computer probably doesn't have enough RAM, probably doesn't have the latest processor, an Intel N200 processor. Also, this has what's called a solid state drive, so there's no moving parts underneath the hood. That's your storage. It's 128 gigabyte storage with a nice big, in fact, we've got a video we'll show you right now, nice big solid state drive. That's probably the most common size that we sell. It's plenty for most people, certainly. With the solid state drive, it means your computer is lighter, quieter, and faster. So what that translates to is faster boot up time, is applications load more quickly. You have better battery life, about a 10.5 to 11 hour battery life on this. There's no moving parts, so it doesn't get hot, and it's quieter as well.
And it only weighs like less than 5
pretty
pounds.
lightweight.
It really is for a big 17.3-inch screen. I'll show you again. I mean, it's a beautiful screen experience, and it is touchscreen. If you didn't see that part, I say that so many times during a presentation because $399 and a 17.3-inch screen with touchscreen just doesn't happen. You can go try in the real world of retail, but you know what else? I didn't mention this. They charge a restocking fee if you choose not to keep the purchase. I mean, that could be up to 15% of whatever the purchase was. We don't do that. We don't. We still give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee to play with it, to try it, to enjoy it, to get to know it. With all the support you're getting along with the actual laptop, you're going to learn so much. Think about all the potential of things you might learn, whether it's for you or maybe it's for your kids. But I mean, this is a big 17-incher. I would keep it for yourself and really enjoy technology as we need it to be for us today. And we're going to end our time together talking about the importance of needing to upgrade to that Windows 11 before October.
Yeah.
It's really important. Windows 10 is going away October 14th. This is Windows 11 in S mode. This is what you need to upgrade to.
So if you have a Windows 10 operating system right now, you're not alone. About 2/3 of PC owners have Windows 10, about 40 million people. Windows 10 has not been made for many years now, and Microsoft is no longer going to support Windows 10 machines as of October 14th of this coming year. So what that means is your computer won't get, not only won't get, they won't be creating